Watching out for you. This is Storm Team 8.
I guess I'm going to kind of look at the silver lining in things. Fortunately for us, this moderate risk, the tornado threat isn't very high. It's really the wind and also the hail threat that will be kind of maximized here later on this afternoon into the evening hours as a cold front runs into this very warm and sticky air mass here across southwest lower Michigan. Notice just from this earlier update that Storm Prediction Center has kind of tweaked this moderate risk a little bit, taking away from lakeshore areas, basically from Holland northward, but still much of our viewing area is in a moderate risk. So we're certainly going to have to keep a close eye on that radar for you right on through the rest of the afternoon into the evening hours. Not really much showing up on the radar right now. Let's take a look at, I wanted to show you this off to our west where those storm reports in the north central plains. We can take this full here just for a second. You can see that much of those reports were primarily hail and also wind reports further west. Let me widen the view here a little bit on the radar. And I think that's kind of how things are going to unfold this afternoon. You can see a few reports there of some tornadoes, but some of those are duplicate. But vast majority of those are wind, and that's what I really anticipate for us this afternoon. Now here's a broken line of some showers. There's a little bit of thunder and lightning associated with it. This is kind of the remnants of the line that was impacting areas with severe weather in the north central plains. Nothing severe out there at the present time, but moving this to the east about 35 miles an hour, I do expect this to reform later on this afternoon as it enters areas such as southwest lower Michigan where it's much more unstable out there and the air is more prone for severe thunderstorm development. So give it about 4 hours at the lake shore, I would say. In the Grand Rapids, a rough estimate would be about 5 to 5.5 hours away before it arrives here, and likely out of our viewing area in about, I would say, sometime around 8 o'clock. It really depends on the speed of the front, so we'll keep a close eye on that as well. Here's what's going on. As far as what we're tracking, the main severe weather threat, again, it looks like 3 o'clock this afternoon, 8 o'clock this evening. And again, the main threat is wind and hail. We could see wind gusts around 70 miles an hour, hail over an inch in some locations. And, everybody has their toys out there, again, it looks like. And it looks like, you want to bring those things in. Patio furniture, fortunately, after a beautiful holiday weekend, everybody's furniture is out there. Fortunately, it was a 3-day weekend because Monday, Memorial Day, was just absolutely beautiful. We're still in the same air mass, the warm sector out there. 87 degrees at the JLR Ford International Airport, 83 in Hastings, 84 in Holland. But notice the difference along the lakeshore. These temperatures at the beach running about 20 degrees colder than the surface observation stations in inland areas such as Holland at the airport, 84 degrees. Right at the beach, only 63. Just amazing. Dew points out there, quite sticky for the second day in a row, mid to upper 60s out there. Us Michiganders aren't quite acclimated to this heat and humidity quite yet. And look at these heat index temperatures, 90 presently in Grand Rapids, 88 in Kalamazoo. It feels like 85 Fremont and also Battle Creek. Here's the broad view out there. As I mentioned, we're squarely in the warm sector with a warm front to our north. Here's the trigger point. That's the cold front and moving into western parts of Wisconsin right now. First, we're going to see the clouds on the increase, then the showers and thunderstorms will likely develop. Note all the sunshine here across southwest lower Michigan. Here's a safe water forecast for you. The rip current level is quite high, especially from Grand Haven northward, but notice these water temperatures. I'd be more worried about you getting hypothermia in these waters than the risk of a rip current, at least at this point. Here's a 24-hour forecast for you. As we head into the evening hours, notice showers and thunderstorms kind of breaking out. Still very warm and humid out there. The clouds take over. Southwest wind 15 and 25 miles an hour. Of course, that's outside of any storms out there. And as we head towards midnight, showers and thunderstorms move out of the area. Clearing moves in behind the front. Also less humid air and also cooler temperatures. Instead of waking up to readings in the 70s, tomorrow morning we'll wake up to readings in the 60s and even a few 50s possible north of Grand Rapids. Note all the sunshine. Tomorrow's going to be a lovely day, especially for those folks that don't like the humidity. And temperatures likely peak out around 10 to 15 degrees cooler than what we'll see today. Here's an 8-day forecast featuring a brief little cool down, but notice, unlike those past cold fronts that used to go through the previous portion of the spring, we're not really getting cold behind them. Much more consistent in the warmth regime here throughout the 8-day forecast. So I really think we've turned the corner towards consistently warmer temperatures and a little breezy tomorrow. Chance of showers and thunderstorms return to the picture later Thursday and Friday. Also on the Saturday, there's going to be another warm front moving through, another cold front.